Hey there everybody and welcome back to more Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I hope you guys didn't mind that long hiatus I had for just over 2 weeks, in which I just wasn't able to record or upload on a regular schedule. And that hurt me as much as it hurt you guys, trust me. I absolutely love doing this and I really wanted to get back to it at any point in time. But I just couldn't, so there was so much I had to get done. But as I was saying though, today, I'm going to be doing the Nirnroot episode, I guess I could call it. I'm going to be doing Sindarian's quest, which is the Nirnroot quest. And on top of that, I'm going to be gathering every single Nirnroot in the base game. And actually, in the regular game, in the expansions as well. This includes ones in interiors. I'm going to be showing you all of that. I'm going to show you where they are on the map, how to get them, and exactly what location they are in the world. It's going to be difficult. This episode is primarily going to be no commentary, aside from this intro and a few spurts here and there, but primarily no commentary, just due to the fact that it's going to be probably 1 to 2 hour video, maybe 3 hour video, and that's gonna kill my throat. I'm not gonna be able to talk properly for a while after that, and there's not much to talk about when you're doing an hour to 2 hours of Nirnroot hunting. But anyways, I'm gonna get right to it, and we're gonna start on the west coast of Cyrodiil, near Anvil. Alright, starting down here in the very corner of the world, just traveling south from Gwyn's farm, there is this spot, which is actually at the very edge of Cyrodiil, and the start of our long journey to get every Nirnroot. The second stop on the long journey to get all the Nirnroot, right here, directly south instead of southeast of Gwyn's farm. There is only one in this location, I believe. Yeah, there seems to be only one, and it is guarded by mud crabs. I know, a threatening enemy.
You've got some nimble fingers. What have you been getting into?
A coin for an old...
minor break for commentary here, just to tell you guys that this is actually one of the few unique places that has about 3 Nirnroot. It has 3 Nirnroot. Sorry, all things stopped. I got quiet for a second. This has 3 Nirnroot, and this is actually a place that you are told to go by Sindarian. So yeah, that's just a thing to keep in mind, and there's combat music playing. But, yeah, Shadeleaf Copse. If you want, wait for the quest. Where's the enemy? See you guys in a minute. Okay, so Bruma actually doesn't have a lot of Nirnroot, to no one's surprise, in any general vicinity of the area. There's a few actually in town, but there's here, and then there's over here somewhere near Azura's shrine. But let's grab this one, which can be found in between the A and the D in road for the orange road, right about here. Now there's no fast travel point for it, so your best bet is to go to Underpaw Cave and then come here. Alright, and let's move on to the next Nirnroot. Alright, so I was wrong. It's not near Azura's shrine. It's here in Lord Rugdump's estate. Up on the second floor. In this room. You know, the one we've already seen. I don't know how I forgot that, but after this, it's on to Cheydinhal's Nirnroot, and there's actually a lot of it. There's quite a bit of it in town, out of town, around town. South of town, there's a lot of it as well. Yeah, there's just a lot of Nirnroot to collect for Cheydinhal. Well, compared to the previous two, anyways. But yeah, let's get started on that. Alright, this is actually the vicinity of a Nirnroot I've already collected. And, well, it is in this general area. There is one here. There are two in the south of town as well, which we're just going to walk right over and see that. Eventually. Looking for Nirnroot has me paranoid about looking for Nirnroot. Because through most of my playthroughs of Oblivion, I've not been able to find nearly all of them. And I'm trying to show them all to you guys, so... yeah. Alright. But yeah, that's it, I believe, for the Nirnroot down here. Up near the northern part of the river here, and at the southern part of the river here. And yeah, that's it for the ones outside in Cheydinhal. Now for the ones in the houses.
How do you do?
You see, I've already gotten this Nirnroot. And I remember it being in this general vicinity, so I'm just showing this off to you guys as a whole here at Culot. Alright, so good news and bad news. Good news, I've already collected the Nirnroot in this area. Bad news, I've already collected the Nirnroot in this area. However, it is along this basin near this bridge, and there should be at least one more Nirnroot I haven't collected around here. Struggling to find it, though. Maybe under the water like, one of the Cheydinhal guilds? No. Doesn't look like it. I think I collected all 3 from around here. Because there were only 3 in this area. And now I can't seem to find them. Oh well. Oh, next I have to take on, Leowyn and Bruma. That's gonna be my longest... That's gonna be my longest search for Nirnroot. Ah, that's gonna take a while. But, where's the enemy at? Alright. Thank you all for watching. If you like my stuff, tell me in the comments. I know this is only a segue to another searching part, but yeah, I guess if you guys liked it, tell me. Make sure to have a good one. Alright, so the first Nirnroot in the area of Breville is over here at Nanalata. Follow the path up, and here it is. It's right here next to this rock, following a path to the right of the entrance, all the way here. Alright, so this is where gathering Nirnroot gets tougher. We've already gotten the one from over there on that shore a long time ago, but that's beside the point. It's from that dock to that rock, and there's only one. But this is where gathering Nirnroot gets just a little bit tougher. And I don't know why Fort Grief there is popping out of existence. Is that Fort Grief? Yeah. But yeah. So the issue is that Breville has almost this whole area here. Leowen has an absurd amount all the way down, including the coast, and there's one that consistently respawns in this area. So yeah, that's a lot. Don't worry, I do intend to get them all for you guys, but I think this is going to be the longest segment that I'm going to spend looking for them. Alright, and the next one here is actually in Fort Grief, down here in Hunter's Run. It's another one that we've also already acquired. So if you just go down there and explore the whole floor, you'll be able to find it with actually, I can't even say relative ease. It's really simple. It's just, I think, around here or here in the watery areas. It's not on any of the deeper floors. It's only on the first floor. But with that said, thought that was a monster. That said, I am going to mute myself, and we are going to start really truly collecting all the Nirnroot for Breville and Leowen. Alright, so the Beyond Cave is unique. Starting out, there are 2 mud crabs. I'm just going to cover this cave really quick before I get too far into anything here. It is filled with Argonians. A tribe of Argonians that mainly exist in the nude, underground, underwater. Yeah, the battle music is playing, but I turned off the combat AI. And the AI in general for now. Quite frankly, it looks a little silly, but that's beside the point. But yeah, follow along with me from the very entrance of this cave, and I will take you right to the singular Nirnroot that is here. Just so you know, I don't believe the Argonians themselves are hostile. But it is I highly recommend, and I think everyone here, everyone that explores this cave, highly recommends that you, oh, jeez, have some water breathing on. Okay. What? Oh, you are hostile. Interesting. The combat AI is turned off, so they're not fighting back, but it's kind of peculiar. Alright. So it's not this room? Is it this room? Yes, it is. Alright, so following along from there, this is the one Nirnroot in Beyond Blackwaters. It's only in this section. There's only one. It's, wow, we're under the lake. Yeah. So there you go. There's the one in this cave. Now I'm going to leave here and save the rest of the cave exploration for another time. Alright, just so everyone knows, there is actually a Nirnroot that is along these banks that we have already collected, along with a few others following the river down here. Though those I'm not sure if we've touched. It's gonna be a real brief search anyways, so I'm not really gonna cut a huge amount of this out. It doesn't look like... It looks like we've already gotten them, but it feels wrong to say that. Because there's also Nirnroot that lead into the city as well. But there's none on this bank. There's none over there behind the rocks. There is one right here, right next to the walls of Breville. Is there another one over here next to the walls on the outside? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, but along this way, I believe we've already collected the majority of them. Oh hey, it's a boar. Our, Nirnroot. And they're all in the open, and there's an abundance of them. There's several along this tiny strip here. But, yeah. It looks like, a while ago, I probably already picked them up. So that's a thing. Alright. Well. Yet again, here I am, back saying more. Alright, so, Breville itself actually has a ton of the, of Nirnroots inside buildings. One is here in Silverholm on the 3rd floor. But yeah, this, there's a lot. And there's even one in the Fighters Guild and one of them... Is there one in the Mages Guild? No, there's one somewhere else that involves mages, but not the Mages Guild. Yeah, but, this is not the correct room. There really is a surprisingly large quantity of Nirnroot kept inside houses here. Alright, here's the first one. And I'm going back to Silence to collect the rest.
You have the hands of an illusionist.
Yes, Master. You need me? Yes, Master. You need me? Yes, Master. You need me?
Alright. So the next area here, the next Nirnroot, is actually the easiest way to get it is to go through Fothas Aran's tower and then go down to Breville Wizard's Grotto. You don't want to go through all that maze again or fight the giant slaughterfish, which there is, and the Nirnroot will be right over here in this general vicinity. We have actually already collected that Nirnroot, and, well, yeah, sorry fellas, I can't show it a second time. Alright, on to the next stop. So it's taking me a second here, but I think we've already found the Nirnroot near Black Dog Camp. Yeah. That was my phone. That wasn't supposed to happen. I had that muted. Alright, that's a normal occurrence though. Everything seems to not listen. Anyways, yeah, I believe we already found the Nirnroot near Black Dog Camp. Nothing here. Yeah. Alright, but it is in the general vicinity of this camp. It doesn't go past those rocks there, but it does extend into this region over here. Alright everyone, there is actually a Nirnroot here at Windlebeck that we, I think, already got. I can't seem to find it anywhere, at least. I've searched around for at least a good solid 10 minutes now, but it just isn't here. So yeah, I'm willing to bet that we indeed grabbed it, and I just don't remember. But yeah, there is one here at Windlebeck, and you just have to look around for a while and you'll find it. The ruins are... There's a lot to the ruins here. I mean, there's a lot of corners and nooks and crannies that you have to look into, but just keep at it, you'll find it.
Ah!
Alright. So the last three in the Breville area. Yeah, one of them is in this area here, which we have actually already collected in a previous part. But, just let it be known that by exploring in this area, just to the west of Sundercliff Watch, underneath God Lord, why is it... I don't remember the name of the lake, and I just read it, but that's beside the point. Yeah, right there. Oh, what? Right there is one of them. Over in this direction is another at the far end of the lake, but right here, just over near this fort. Hey, mud crab. Over near this fort here, Fort Cupdoor. Its back entrance, well, at the back of it anyways, is a Nirnroot there. Only one of them. And then the last one in the in the Breville area. Next is the Leywin area. This episode is 30 minutes by itself, so gonna slice those two up. This is the last one here. Alright. Ooh. That was actually a task. This took me 2.5 hours to get them all. Thank God I'm recording all of this in separate days and separate recording sessions. Oh, I could not do this all in one sitting. Alright. Onwards to Breville. Alright, so there's actually a Nirnroot to the north of Water's Edge. In this general vicinity of right here. But it appears that I've already collected this. So just letting you guys know, from that house to that tree right there that I'm looking at, yeah, there's a Nirnroot somewhere in that vicinity, and I just don't know where it's at. Well, I don't know where it's at because we've already collected it, but I knew where it was at one point. Alright, so there's also a Nirnroot that's just to the west of town as well, in this general vicinity. So here and here. And I appeared to have collected them both already. But just letting you guys know, to search the area of Water's Edge and you'll be able to find the exact Nirnroot that you're looking for. But with that out of the way, there's actually a little place here in Border Watch. Yeah, they're a little weird little town that has a Nirnroot as well. Alright, here at the Border Watch Inn.
You're always welcome in Border Watch.
Right there. It's the only one in town, but they have cheese on display? Okay. Alright. Well, anyways, yeah. Sorry about that, but you're gonna have to look for at least 2 of them, fellas. Sorry. Alright, so that was actually the Nirnroot. All of the Nirnroot in this tiny square area here. However, the rest of the Nirnroot and the Leyawen area is like that, where it's all just a huge cluster all together. So it's not gonna be challenging, but it's gonna be weird finding them all. Because each of the tiny blips on my map, that's 1 to 2 Nirnroot. And that gets a little bit challenging after a while. Alright. Off to the next Nirn. Alright, that's actually the last in this massive cluster of an area. But there's still yet more to get in the Leyawiin area. Trust me, we haven't even been to Leyawiin itself, and that already has a few in it. Yeah, there's still along the coastal regions before we get to Leyawiin, and then Leyawiin itself, and that's actually it for Leyawiin. But until that, deep south. Yeah, that area was a massive cluster that I...
Oh,
Scartail, you're still alive!
I hope I can help. It's our natural barriers that keep us safe, mostly. Mountain borders north and east, open sea to the west, and bogs and rainforest to south.
Well, okay. But yeah, not much Nirnroot left to collect. We are currently at 222, which is a lot of Nirnroot. A lot of Nirnroot. There's only about 3 in this area. Oh. Hi. I have combat AI turned off. So there's one here. It's to the south of Bogwater. See, that's where his camp is, and it's right here next to this rock. There's 1 or 2 on this island over here. I think 1 on the north end, 1 on the south end. Unless we've already collected it, which we might have, because I have been to this area several times. For various quests and for Deep Scorn Hollow as well. Oh, we've only found 1. But that's fine. It's right here on the map. The other one is in this general vicinity. Somewhere over here. We actually have one on the small island over here as well. The one that leads to Deep Scorn Hollow. And there is apparently a forever respawning one in Deep Scorn Hollow itself. Wherever you find it the first time, it will be there and respawn every single time after. Where's my Nirnroot? Under the bridge. No. I think we already collected this one as well, but even if we have, let it be known There's one right here on this island. Out in the open for anyone to grab, and here it is. Right next to Deepscorn Hollow's entrance, actually. And I'm going to show the one in Deepscorn Hollow, if I can. Oh well. Oh, too far. How do I... Where is it? Oh god, it's been so long since I entered our home. And after I show this one, I'll go right back to silence. Now it's on the desk in your bedroom. That's an exit. I believe it's here in the Bastion, so... Not here? The shrine, not the shrine. That's horrifying. Yeah, that should be the desk. But it is not there.
Sithis be with you, brother.
Hey, a dark minion. Good to know those guys are still around. Oh, this is the skeleton. Alright. Yeah. So it respawns on that desk over there. I do not know how often it respawns. I think it's every few months in game. But yeah. Huh. It's the... Okay, that is the only respawning Nirnroot sample in the entire game. But it has a slow and steady rate of gaining Nirnroot. So... How often does it respawn? I actually looked it up and it doesn't tell me. So I will assume that it respawns every few in-game months instead of as frequently as every week. Like a lot of things respawn. But yeah. Now I'm gonna go back to silence. And I'm going to start collecting Nirn again. Which actually there should be one. Right nearby. Huzzah. So there is also a Nirnroot that we collected here already, next to Tidewater Cave. It's somewhere near the entrance over here, and I remember that much, but I don't remember anything else about it. But it is here, and it just takes a few seconds of looking. It's actually one of the easiest ones to find. Alright, welcome to the inside of Leyawiin. Now, from here it gets pretty simple. Just gotta find the right places to go. But yeah. This is the last of the last. Now, there's some in Margart's house here. Margartes? I'm gonna call him Yogurt instead. So there's some in Yogurt's house. Oh. And, we're gonna get rid of all the ones that are inside places first, and then we're just gonna walk around this area and grab up all of the remaining ones. Alright. There's the first Nirnroot. I believe there's only one in here. Yes, there is only one in here, and it is in this room here. So from the entrance, you enter, turn right, go through 2 doors, then turn right again through another set of doors. There you go. Now, Adarji also has one. And I don't remember where she lives. Ah. Other part of town. Ah. With the wandering of the counties finally coming to an end, it feels kind of weird. I'm turning the wrong way, aren't I? I'm bad at directions. No, that's correct. Okay. All that will be left after this is the Imperial City, and that is quite a time sink. Oh yeah, Darji. How's life? Potion of Might. Mine now. Alright. So, Adarji's is on the 2nd floor, the west end of the house. So let's go in here. I think it's in this room. Yes, right here. She doesn't have anything else for me to steal, so I mean, why would she? And again, she's an ex-member of the Thieves Guild, so who knows? And the next 2, and the final 2 that are inside houses, are inside the Blackwood Company. So, right over there. This feels so weird to be almost done just going through the counties and grabbing things. Ah. I went behind it. And you're still alive? Steelfang is still alive! The doggo lived! I got distracted. Okay. Now they're on the 2nd floor. One is in Jitum Z's room, and another is just on a desk over here. Oh, no, it's not a desk, it's just out in the open. I remembered it being on a desk, but I was wrong. It's weird now that these guys are all, you know, dead. But it's our house now, technically. Ah, and I already took his Nirnroot. Okay. So, it's a good thing I came here nonetheless, but I already took it. So instead, I'm going to take the wine from the dead man, and oh my god, I actually do own this place now, don't I? Either that or ownership was deleted. Oh wow, that's kind of grim actually. Alright. Well, yet again, back to silence to finish off Leyawiin once and for all. Alright, so there's already one or two that we've already claimed in Leyawiin. One is near that pond over there. And there's another one here that I know exists, but other than that, no. But that makes every Nirnroot in Leyawiin, though. Leyawiin County is complete. Its surrounding swamplands, the Shrine of Azura, which I had to resurrect everyone at. That's all done. But the biggest challenge is around the corner. Next is the Imperial City. And as I said, the biggest challenge is around the corner. This also involves exploring the sewers and going from house to house, breaking and entering multitudes of times. And just there's just a lot of Nirnroot around the Imperial City in general to grab. Alright. I'm gonna turn the AI back on in a second so these guys can actually go back to their daily lives. But yeah. See you guys at the Imperial City. Alright, so there is a Nirnroot in this area here, but I do not know what happened to it. It is supposed to be here, but it is not. And I've been searching for it for the past, I think, 10-15 minutes, and there's only a small area this Nirnroot could even be in. I know it's hidden by grass, most likely, more than anything, but I also have the fear of that Oblivion Gate there. It may have taken place on top of the Nirnroot, which is a possibility, actually. It's not to be overlooked. Things like that can happen in this game. It's not like the Oblivion Gates are randomly spawned, though. They all have a set location. It's just this location had it override a Nirnroot. But, yeah, for anyone wondering, in this little square here on this patch of land, there's a Nirnroot that I can no longer grab. Alright, this is another one of those Nirnroot we've actually already collected. We collected this significantly earlier in the game. This is at the old bridge, and it's either around this bridge, around this area, or under the bridge. Which, if it's under the bridge, yeah, already checked here, so that just means we've already collected it, and I know it for certain. But for the life of me, it's not here, and I don't remember doing it. That can only mean we did, or something happened in the game, and nothing in this area ever actually changes, so yeah. Alright, on to the next one.
Hello there.
Ah! Oh!
Alright. More voiceover time. So it turns out that I've also already collected the Nirnroot just north of Way and Wanted Inn. Maybe I did that in my Coral video, but I really shouldn't have. I know there were some I got and some I didn't, and maybe I collected this earlier than that, but just let it be known. The Nirnroot is along these rocks here, near the pier, I believe. Alright, and now, off to the next Nirn. We finally made it into the inner rings of the Imperial City. We're going to be starting with the waterfront district, and it's actually really easy to get all the Nirnroot in this small area. Alright, let's step into the lighthouse, which is an area that pretty much you never go in, so let's do it now. I believe it's on the second floor. Maybe the third? Is there a third floor? Am I in the wrong house? Actually, I might be in the wrong house. I can't tell. Oh, hi. Well, I have AI turned off, so I'm fine. I could have swore it was in the lighthouse. Maybe I'm wrong? Oh, I know where it is. I have already gotten it. Alright, I will show you guys that one first because that's the, well, I think second actually. Isn't there a Nirnroot right here? Right here-ish? No, I think we might have gotten that too. I know there's one over there, but that will come after I show you the ship captain's Nirnroot. Yeah, it was in here. It's actually right there on her table. Did this respawn? The captain's booty respawned, and it gave me 2 flawless pearls, which is something I need later in the game. Interesting. I knew it could... I didn't know it could respawn. Either way, that's that Nirnroot, which is right there. Right next to the pirate ship captain's area. And then the other one is on the very other end of the island. This is the first time we're not going into dangerous areas in a while. It feels kind of refreshing. Especially considering this was also where I think we bought our first home here. Oh, most players do. Here, the Nirnroot. Right there. Alright. Off to the next Nirnroot. Zip. Alright. And into the arcane. What? Oh, that's right. Alright, and into the Arcane University.
Hi.
What
Shut
is
up.
it?
We've actually already received that. Why was that red? I'm the Archmage. This is my area. What? What? Either way, there's a Nirnroot in the this is just too distractingly weird. There's a Nirnroot in here, and it is yours. And yeah, you can just come in here at any time and take it, and I don't remember where it is, but it's in a pot. Maybe it's not here. Maybe it's Alright, so I remembered where it grew. Right here, next to the bookcase. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't remember at first, and also, somehow I got kicked out of the Mages Guild? I actually don't know how. In this save file, haven't done any crimes that have been spotted, or haven't, committed any crimes directly against anyone, but I guess to each their own. Alright. I've got to go check out the basement of the mage quarters. Where is that? Mystic Archives, not there. Mage quarters. There we go. Okay. Where is it? Is it in the basement? Here? Oh. I just remembered it being nearby. Alright. So those are the Nirnroots in the Arcane University. From here it actually becomes even more significantly easy to get everything until we have to explore the sewers for items. And
Hello, guildmate.
then it becomes
At your service.
god awful. All right. So we
You're
are
in good
here.
company, friend.
We are
Well-
here in the Mystic Emporium, and we're going up to the private quarters. In these private quarters, there is one Nirnroot. In this part of the Imperial City, there's only 2 places that have Nirnroot. Well, not counting the sewers. What? What? I don't need your recipes. I don't need any of that either. Just give me my Nirnroot. Somewhere, it's here in the private quarters. I know that much. I might just be blind and what? Rubies. I am a kleptomaniac. Alright, let's slow it down a little bit. So, where would you keep a... There we go. Alright. Thank you for your patience, sir. And the next one is the Gilded Carafe, which I never remember where that's at. Ah, right over here. Both of them fairly close to each other.
You look skilled in alteration. Maybe you can teach me something.
Your voice kind of just cut in out of nowhere there. Alright. And then I take your Nirnroot. I thought I could hide in plain sight, but alas, I cannot. Alright. So those are the two spots here. However, we do have a relatively close by location in the sewers. And I don't like that. At least I believe it's in the sewers. Alright.
You've got...
You know what? I stand corrected. It's not the sewers I'm looking for. I don't think it's actually in this district either.
It's you.
What I'm looking for is the South Watchtower, which can be accessed from the Temple District? No, that's not right. See, my map has a Nirnroot marked, and there's 3 Nirnroot in this area marked. And I've only gotten 2. Oh well. I'll figure it out. So you know what it was pointing me to? This. I was right about it being the sewers, but I wasn't right about the area. Or the way to enter it. Okay. Now, I should see it pretty soon. But it is in here. Oh god, for the life of me. I don't remember it. I think it's this way, though. Oh, it is! Oh, okay. Alright. So that was, in the north exit. Just very near the entrance. There is only one in this dungeon. Don't worry, guys. They wouldn't do that to you twice. But this is actually one of the easiest dungeons to get the Nirnroot from anyways, so... Be grateful for 2 reasons. There's a lot of mead here. Nords. Alright. This is the Imperial City Temple District. There is one in this area, and it is in... I remember the house. Yeah, this guy. It's in his house. Solomon Jeanette. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I still don't quite understand how to pronounce Imperial names. But that's my fault. What? Where? Oh, dog. Yeah, but it's in his private quarters. I'm not gonna lie, the dog scared me for a second. I was thinking, what sees me? It's not like it matters. I have AI off, but that dog. Actually, for those of you that don't know, for the longest time in my life, I actually had... Oh, there's the Nirnroot. I'll tell the story on the way to the other spot I want to visit to get a Nirnroot that is accessible from within this district. Well, that's fast. Alright. South Watchtower, just go to the top floor.
You have my ear, citizen.
Yeah, I don't care if I have your ear. For the longest time of my life, I was terrified of dogs. Except for the one I owned. She was a sweet baby. Clearly, she's my dog. That's how it works. But for the longest time, I was absolutely terrified of dogs. And it's because throughout my childhood, I was attacked by dogs. All the time. Oh, I've already got Hieronymus Lex's Nirnroot. Yeah, this is his room. Yeah. And, yeah, so whenever I see a dog now, even in video games and everything like that, even though I'm not nearly as afraid as I once was, I actually rather enjoy dogs, the soft and fluffy little creatures they are. I still freeze up for a moment. It terrifies me. Still. But that's just due to the fact I got attacked by every single one I encountered
Speak.
that wasn't my pet. So, yeah. Imagine playing Resident Evil 4 and you encounter that one dog scene in the game and then you just poop yourself. That's what I did pretty much every time. Anyways. So we actually did come here to the Talos Plaza district of the Imperial City for Samuel Bansian. We don't need to go and see Jack Bin or Umbacano. They're a little bit gone now. Hey, Agamir. Oh. All the people I've killed. Alright. Let's go visit Samuel. Now, of course, these are in his private quarters because Nirnroot is a very valuable and rare substance, and put away your weapon. And of course, you want to keep that away from people's prying eyes. But if you're us, you have a map telling you where all the Nirnroot is. So you can just go break in and take all their stuff. Alright. On to our next stop, which is the final stop, actually. Alright. One last Nirnroot to gather. Off we go. I kinda feel a little sad about grabbing this. Alright. The last Nirnroot is right here. That was a very long fetch quest. And it is possible to get them all without a map. And we have gotten them all, actually. Even if my count doesn't represent it. So yeah, I've used some in the past, and I've gotten there. I've used them in potions. They're a huge boost in your alchemy skill. So I've used some of them. The actual amount that you have in the game, though, is 309. There's 263 in outdoor locations and 46 in buildings. Not counting the expansions and DLC, and plus the one that's constantly respawning down here in Deepscorn Hollow. But you do have two other ones that are part of specific plugins. One is found in Battlehorn Castle and is behind the Stuffed Wolf trophy and the Stuffed Wolf in the trophy room, which we got several episodes back. That requires you buying an upgrade to your house here at Battlehorn Castle, and it's just in the entryway. And the other one is in Frostcrag Spire, which I guess we should show. We've already gotten it, but it's in the Alchemy Garden in your home here. And it's in a neat little spot. I don't actually know if I grabbed it though, because it's just so decoratively appealing. You have more than enough in the game to actually get all the upgrades and everything you need from Sodaria. That's the vault. That's the living area. Isn't the alchemy thing here? Yes, it is. We've got our own little plane of Oblivion. Yeah, it looks like we collected the Nirnroot from here. But just reminded everyone that this spot is here. Alright. And that is your collectible fetch quest of this game. And I actually, genuinely, for some reason, still love it after all these years, even though I really should hate going and getting all those Nirnroots. After it's all done, I feel actually like I've achieved something. It feels good having done that. And I honestly can't explain to you why. Alright. Well, now we're going onwards to Cinderia. That was a long journey. You know, as a fun little fact for you, there is actually a reason why Nirnroot doesn't regrow. And it's actually because it has a script disabling it actually to grow. If you use the console command enable before harvesting them by clicking on them, it would make it so that it does respawn within a week's time, I believe. And you can actually simplify this by using the construction sit, which comes with the game. It's a mod thing. It's a thing that allows you to create mods. It's been much more streamlined as time has went on, but it started out pretty weak. Yeah, you can actually use the creation kit just to remove that script entirely so that even after you harvest them, they'll always come back. I had to do a mild cutaway there.
Hi there.
Cinderion
Hello.
Cellar.
What have you been up to?
I ran across a couple of... Welcome to the Westweald Inn. I'm Irina Giranus, the proprietor. If you'd like food or a bed, speak to me.
Alright. So, tell me about Skingrad.
Grad has ruled here all my life. The county is quiet and prosperous. In the old days, the Colovian estates were always in the thick of some war or rebellion. But that's ancient history.
If you say so.
Hello.
Greetings.
Whoa.
What happened to Mercator Hositis? I haven't seen him at the castle lately. Of course not. Take care. You too.
Alright, let's go see Cinderion now. Okay. It's hard to imagine he can afford to rent this whole place out. So where's the old guy?
What brings you to my little home underground?
Oh, you seem nice, actually.
So, you've brought something for me to examine.
Yes, I did. Nirnroot. All of it.
Yes, this is a genuine Nirnroot sample. Very nice quality, in fact. That gives me an idea. Since you already know what they look like, do you feel up to a bit of a collecting expedition?
Perhaps another time.
Oh, very well. If you change your mind, I'll be around. So, you've brought something for me to examine.
Let's...
For you, of course.
Oh, wow. Disposition maxed. Of course, I get a boost because I am also a high elf.
Bernadette Pennelis works over at the Tamika Winery. They make a quality wine there.
Yeah, but Nirnroot.
Yes.
Sure. Where are you going to send me?
Excellent. But before you go, you're going to need to learn a bit more about Nirnroot. Otherwise, you may walk in circles and never find any. A few years ago, an adventurer not unlike yourself sold me a musty old tome containing alchemical formulas. Most of them were worthless. But one of the moldy pages contained a recipe for a potion known as an elixir of exploration, a sort of ultimate dungeon delver's brew. The formula looked sound, except it required an extremely rare ingredient. Yes, you guessed it, the Nirnroot. I put the book aside because, frankly, I had so many other delicate experiments going on that I just didn't have the time to go plant hunting. Now that you're here, that changes things.
But But what about the Nirnroot? What are you doing, computer? What are you doing? Alright. Okay, so apparently my computer sitting for sticky keys got re-enabled somehow, and I activated it. But it's fine now. Alright. What about the Elixir of Exploration?
The Elixir of Exploration. The Elixir of Exploration is a multi-purpose potion that was obviously created with the Dungeon Explorer in mind. The formula describes many magnitudes of the brew. If you're interested, I wrote a short missive about it for the Imperial Alchemy Symposium. You bring me 10 samples of Nirnroot, and I'll make the elixir available to you at a huge discount, as well as give you one for free. The best place for you to start would be Shade Leaf Copse, which is a part of the Great Forest northeast of here. Good luck, and hurry back with more of the Nirnroot. How goes the search? Fantastic! You actually found 10 of the Nirnroot. I'll begin making the Elixir of Exploration right away. According to my research from the tome, I'll need at least 20 more Nirnroot to make the next magnitude of elixir. In any case, if you come back in about 24 hours, I should have the weaker elixir ready for you.
Neat. Okay. I've now found a total of actually, Centurion is an alchemist in Skingrad. An alchemist in Skingrad is looking for a rare root known as Nirnroot. According to his research, this rare root can be a powerful ingredient in the creation of a special potion known as the Elixir of Exploration. Because of this, Centurion has tasked me to find 10 samples of this mystical plant. He indicated a part of the Great Forest to the northeast called Shadeleaf Copse is a good starting point. I've now found a total of 10 Nirnroot. I should return to Sindarian and Skingrad so he can begin creating an Elixir of Exploration from them. I've given Sindarian the first 10 samples of Nirnroot. He told me if I wish to have a moderate version of the Elixir of Exploration made, he'd need 20 more samples.
Leave me to my work if you want the elixir made properly.
Dude, why is your contrast so off? Anyways. Yep, you just gotta wait 24 hours. After that 24-hour wait period, he will leave his table.
Your elixir is ready.
And tell you that.
Any more luck finding Nirnroot?
My elixir.
Here's a weak elixir of exploration. Not bad, eh? If you want more, you can buy them from me. I've discounted them for you, of course.
You're a crooked businessman. I found 20 more of the Nirnroot. I should return to Sindarian and Skingrad so he can begin creating a moderate version of the Elixir of Exploration from them.
Any more luck finding Nirnroot?
Tell me about Nirnroot.
If you need to know more about the Nirnroot, read the missive.
Okay, rumors?
I don't know if Tumendil ever leaves the chapel. That man works day and night to take care of all of us.
Alright. Let's see what that potion does. Weak Elixir of Exploration. Fortify health 20 points for 300 seconds on self. Night Eye for 300 seconds on self. That's actually really good.
Remember, always look near water. That's the best place to find Nirnroot.
I like this guy.
Any more luck finding Nirnroot?
Yes, actually. An Elixir of Exploration is needed. Actually, wait, no. Let's check his discount.
Let's do business.
Wow, he has pretty poor equipment, actually. And his Elixir of Exploration actually does restock every once in a while, I believe. But not very much. Yeah. The weak one is not really worth grabbing. But oh my god, he has so many alchemy ingredients. It's worth shopping here. Give me the hammers.
Come back and...
Alright. The Elixir of Exploration.
Amazing! You found 20 more samples of Nirnroot. Well done. I think if I'm to create a strong version of the elixir, I'm going to need an even greater number of Nirnroot samples than before. 30 should do it this time. Yes, that would be perfect. Oh, and as usual, I'll have the moderate elixir ready in 24 hours.
And with that, he sends you off for 24 hours. I've given Sindarian 20 samples of Nirnroot. He told me if I wish to have a strong version of the elixir of exploration made, he'd need 30 more samples. Alright, we wait once more. Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, good to see you again.
Whoa.
Nirnroot doesn't need sunlight to thrive.
Come on,
Don't
you
forget
had
to
special
check underground as
dialogue.
well.
Give me your dialogue.
One moderate elixir of exploration coming right up. Hey, good to see you again.
Rumors.
I saw Ugak Gramogak earlier. At least, I think it was her. Perhaps it was her sister.
The Elixir of Exploration.
As promised, I have your moderate elixir of exploration. Use it well. I have more available for a great price if you'd like.
I found 30 more of the Nirnroot. I should return to Sindarian and Skingrad, so he can begin creating a strong version of the Elixir of Exploration from them.
Hey, good to see you again. Please, go on.
Yep, his disposition is maxed. It is actually really easy to max out his disposition. I think he is one of the easiest NPCs in the game to do so, because just by default, he'll probably already have a high disposition towards you. And by doing the first stage of his quest, it's pretty much already maxed out, and the second stage gets it the rest of the way there. Anyway, the Elixir of Exploration.
You're truly a master explorer. To imagine you've actually acquired 30 more samples, I'm astounded. As I'm sure you guessed, to make the grand version of the Elixir of Exploration will take still more samples of Nirnroot, 40 to be exact. Good luck. Oh, and as before, you can pick up your free elixir in 24 hours.
Alright. I've given Sindarian 30 samples of Nirnroot. He told me if I wish to have a grand version of the Elixir of Exploration made, he'd need 40 more samples. Alright. So that means it's time to wait once more for another 24 hours. You okay there, Sindarian?
You have the next
What?
batch of...
Oh, come on. You didn't do your dialogue. Hello? Sindarian? Oh, why does this happen to me? Alright, Sindarian. Give me your dialogue.
You have the next...
Aw.
It's quite possible you may find Nirnroot in people's homes or businesses. Not everyone knows its true potential.
Oh well, I'm gonna see if I can trigger that dialogue in a weird way.
Your strong elixir is complete. I think you'll be pleased with the results.
Oh, I am, thank you.
You have the next batch of Nirnroot yet?
Rumors?
I hope nobody tries to get away with anything when Captain Dion is around. He's a tough customer.
That was loud, okay.
Strong elixir of exploration for you, and many more for sale if you wish to buy.
I've found 40 more samples of Nirnroot. I should return to Sundarian and Skingrad so we can begin creating a grand version of the Elixir of Exploration from them.
You have the next batch of Nirnroot yet?
My first time through the game, this is actually where it stopped me. And I had to look up a guide and information. Thankfully, I played this before Skyrim came out, so I was well prepared, but yeah.
Words fail me at this point. There must be no stone unturned in all Cyrodiil. I don't know what else to say but to thank you. I'm afraid that this version of the Elixir of Exploration will be the last. I've wrung every bit of information from my research that I can. Since you seem so adept at finding the elusive Nirnroot, if you wish to bring me more, I'd be more than happy to compensate you. Again, I thank you for doing my fieldwork. I look forward to getting more Nirnroot from you. And yes, in 24 hours, I'll have the elixir ready.
Alright, now some of you Skyrim players that haven't played Oblivion might recognize this character. And that's actually because he made an appearance in Skyrim, but as a skeleton. He's the guy that has the Crimson Nirnroot journal and helps you along with that quest. Even though it's unmarked and there's only about 25 of them in the game, and I think you need 20. It makes Nirnroot a regrowable resource as of Skyrim's time. Sundarian even helps in research with his Nirnroot, even after his demise.
Worked so hard on a formula in my life, but I got your grand elixir of exploration done.
Thank you, Sundarian.
Here to sell me more Nirnroot?
I'm here for my elixir.
Here it is, my pride and joy. A grand elixir of exploration. Use it in good health, my friend. If you want more of them, I've whipped up a few. Expensive, but worth every coin.
Now, I recommend using him as your go-to merchant for pretty much everything in the game. If you are playing this unpatched, no item you ever give him leaves his inventory, meaning you can consistently buy it back, and his inventory never gets really... His inventory never gets worse. And also, when you get to a max of your merchant level perk, I believe you can invest in him, which is pretty good.
So
All
good
right.
of you to drop by again.
Why is it so framey right now?
Here to sell me more Nirnroot?
Yes, I am.
Reliable as usual. Here's your gold. Reliable.
And every time you do this, he gives you 250 gold. Oh.
There's no point in giving you any more money until you've brought me 10 more Nirnroot samples. Come back when you have them.
But there's no
Have a
more
look around.
Nirnroot to collect.
You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
Yeah, there's no more Nirnroot to collect in the game. That's insane. Alright, we're gonna buy all 20 of those. All 4 of those.
A fine...
All of those.
That's a good...
And that as well. Good, sir. It was good doing business with you. But now I'm gonna sell a bunch of my stuff off on him. Alright, and with all of that done, there is actually still 2 more things we need to do in this video. The Nirnroot Missive is something we must read. This brings me to my next subject, the glowing root known as Nirnroot. Although the oddly tenacious root grows almost anywhere, a significant body of water is present. This root is extremely rare, and I believe soon to become extinct. I myself have yet to come across one of these gnarled shoots, as they're rarely in sight of the roads that cross Cyrodiil. According to the records of the noted imperial herbalist, Shivius Regalium, the Nirnroot once flourished and could be found all over the country, but he suspected a cataclysmic event severely stunted their growth. Although many scholars reject this proposal, that the sun's death event of First Era 668 catastrophically affected plant life, Shivius feels that the Nirnroot's lineage was damaged by the lack of sun for a full year, Whereas other plant species tend to find a way, the Nirnroot's mysterious magical nature made it especially susceptible to this climate shift. While this may or may not be the case, it's certainly true that recorded sightings of Nirnroot are declining as the years pass. The most perplexing facet of Shivius' studies is that his notes describe the root as having a yellowish glow. Contrary to this fact, the Nirnroot of today has a soft bluish or blue-white glow. Unfortunately, since not many studies of the Nirnroot were performed from Shivius' day until now, it's unknown when or why this occurred. What I'm proposing today is that the Nirnroot, even though merely a plant, sensed impending extinction and therefore changed its own nature to survive. One of the more obvious facets of today's Nirnroot that supports this theory is the fact that it can now survive underground without any sunlight at all. While it's true that generally only mosses and fungi grow in these environments, I have two signed depositions by persons claiming that they sighted Nirnroot in deep caverns. Not once in Shivius' copious notes is a subterranean Nirnroot mentioned. But how could this be? How could a surface-dwelling plant suddenly begin appearing in new locations radically different from its normal habitat? The answer, my fellow alchemists, is nestled within Shivius' own notes. Although he spends a great deal of time with the Nirnroot in his laboratory, the one thing he neglected to test at a high enough level of detail was the soil. As stated previously, Shivius always felt that the sun's death, the eruption of Red Mountain, contributed to the demise of Nirnroot. Agreed. My amendment to that proposal is that the ash that fell from the sky that entire year mixed with the soil, and again, due to the magical nature of the root, contributed to the aforementioned changes. The ash became a catalyst of sorts, forcing a change in the very makeup of the Nirnroot. Although very little ash from that dark time remains, I have done tests on newer ash samples sent to me from Vardenfell. They show little to no magical properties, certainly none which would affect a plant of that magnitude. However, the rare occurrence of what's known as ash salt in the normal ash does contain very potent magical abilities. In fact, some native Dunmer are said to harness that ability to create a cure for the blight, which pervaded their realm many years ago. I feel this magic meshed with Nirnroot's inherent magic caused the radical change. In essence, the root healed itself. To surmise, my two proposals are certainly linked. The plant needed to survive and therefore used a byproduct of its destructor to do so. No other plant in nature has ever come close to this metamorphosis. I feel the Nirnroot has accomplished, in a relatively short amount of time, what it would take other species millions of years to complete. Whatever the case may be, one thing is certain. The Nirnroot is on a path to destruction. It contains untapped potential to create potions, the likes of which have never been seen in our day. I propose to you today that we divert a small portion of our funds to an expedition to collect some of these roots to study. I have outlined the proposal for your perusal after this section of the symposium. Please seriously consider this proposal before it becomes too late and the Nirnroot becomes nothing but a memory. Thank you for your time. So that's actually interesting, and that's why he goes underground in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim's time. By the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim's time. And he's still alive then, too. That's just over 200 years after this game takes place. About 250 years, actually, I think. So yeah. Sindarian's still going and trucking along until he's taken out by a dwarven contraption, it seems. A sad end for a grand explorer. Alright. So we've already read the weak elixir of exploration. It fortifies your health by 20 points for 300 seconds. It gives you Night Eye for 300 seconds. Let's read the strong elixir of exploration. Actually, is there a different one? No, there's not. The strong elixir of exploration is a huge jump up in capabilities. It fortifies your health for the same amount of time and gives you night eye for the same amount of time, but it also fortifies your fatigue by 20 points. Actually, yeah, no, it does. It does the same. It does the same health fortification as the weak potion, but it fortifies your fatigue for 20 points for 300 seconds, your blade for 5 points for 300 seconds, your blunt for 5 points for 300 seconds, your destruction for 5 points for 300 seconds, your restoration and sneak the same. That's a lot. The moderate potion, which is actually the in-between of the weak and the strong, it fortifies your fatigue, health, and night eye for 300 seconds. And the grand potion. So the fortify health and fatigue stay the same, and it still gives you night eye, but all of the bonuses that it gives you, the increases to your stats that are, you know, your active skills, actually it now gives you a bonus of 10 to each of those. That's really good in of its own as well, and this is one of the this is one of the ways where in which you can really boost yourself up in a battle if you really need that extra boost really fast. Though I'm not too fond of the night eye myself. I don't really like using night eye unless I have to. But that was that. That was the quest, Seeking Your Roots. That was the last of collecting all the Nirnroot. We collected every single one of them, though for me it was 7 days worth of sessions of recording. For you guys, it's been a short video, relatively short video. I'm gonna lump them all together. But yeah, wow, I think that is single-handedly the biggest quest in this game, and we've got that done and under our belt, and the game is, I'm guessing, about, well, just with the side quests, not all the content, and side quests and main quests included. This game is about 70% done now. Oh, that's surreal to me. Get it? Because surreal lines. No, but really, that is completely surreal to me, to be that close to finished with Oblivion, after working on this for just over a year now, though it feels a lot longer. My research for the game began in December of 2018, and my playthrough started in March. Actually, I think February, truly February, when I started recording. February of 2019. And now it is March 24th, 2020. Almost the year anniversary that I started making the videos on this game. Time has flown by so fast with playing this. Anyways, what do you guys think of the Seeking Your Roots quest? Is it more annoying or less annoying than the Crimson Nirnroot? Considering that you have to gather from everywhere and you have to collect 40, but there's also areas where there's a huge bunch of them. You don't inherently know it, but just based on descriptions, you can probably tell that they'll grow there, because they need the bodies of water near them. And the Crimson Nirnroot quest is notorious, even to me. I never liked that quest. I don't even like the rewards you get for it. They feel disappointing. I didn't get any enjoyment out of doing the quest either. To me, the only point in doing that was just to have the trophy and the completion under my belt. But that's a different game for a different time. One that I probably will do one day. Though I'm not gonna try and cover as much of it as I am trying to cover Oblivion. Besides, there's actually less to do in Skyrim than there is Oblivion anyways. Well, base game wise. Expansion wise, there's more to do in Skyrim than there ever was in Oblivion. But that being said, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you like my stuff, like, comment, subscribe. Check my Patreon, Coffee, and Twitter in the description if you want to support my channel. Thank you all, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope this series of videos, has been of great help to you. That's the reason why I do it. Alright, everyone. Goodbye, and good night.